What's up, everybody? Welcome to a PlayStation Conversation. I'm Greg Miller, alongside He Only Does Everything, Colin Moriarty.
Yeah.
And Colin, for the last week, I've just heard you saying The Last of Us, The Last of Us. Oh, this screenshot's got me so excited for this post-apocalyptic game I know nothing about. Mm-hmm. Today you finally know something about The Last of Us. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm very excited.
All right.
I'm very excited.
So, Last of Us, the full-on trailer debuted today. Introduced some characters, introduced a setting, and then introduced the big part right here, Colin.
It's Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog's making it. These are the guys that are responsible, of course, for the Uncharted series.
Yeah. It's one of those things when they said it was going to be a PS3 exclusive, we asked the readers, you out there, the viewers, well, who do you think is going to be? A first-party developer like Naughty Dog and blah, blah, and you guys were like, Naughty Dog, there's no way they can do it. Uncharted 3 had the reference to the game. Like, no way. They just made Uncharted 3 a masterpiece. No way they can do it. Here they are. They are cranking out another game.
It's super exciting. I mean, now, we don't really know when the game's coming out. We don't really know much about it except for, beyond this trailer. But the fact that they're making it should get everyone really excited because their pedigree is very high.
Now, they show this trailer. At the beginning of the trailer, it says this was captured all on PS3, all using PS3 stuff. Do you think this is the Uncharted engine?
I think the cinematics look, mocap like Uncharted, and it basically does look, the character models look like they're straight out of Uncharted. So yeah. I think it's probably running on that engine, yeah.
All right, and I think we have a press release here from Sony about it.
Indeed.
They talk about how, it's the cinematic experience, a character-driven story. Colin,
yes.
2 characters in the game. Right here, you got the girl, you got the guy. What are their names?
The girl's Ellie, the guy's Joel.
What's their relationship there? You think girlfriend, boyfriend?
No, not girlfriend and boyfriend. She's a teenage girl, young teenage girl. He seems like he's a middle-aged man.
Yeah, what's the breakdown they got over here? Another press release.
It says Ellie's a brave young teenage girl who is wise beyond her years. And Joel is
Greg Miller.
Yeah, and Joel is a ruthless survivor like me.
Okay. Where they go? Yeah. Now, see, again, before we get too off track, I want to point out, it sucks. I hope, Naughty Dog, if you're listening, make them a couple. I mean, it's the end of the world, and then we can call them in our previews Jelly. We'll make the celebrity name, you take their 2 names, you shove them together. Jelly.
Yeah, that's great, Greg. I'm really interested to see what their relationship is. Maybe Joel is Ellie's father. Maybe they knew each other, when Ellie was a young girl, whatever, and all this, this stuff went down because it's clear in the game or in the trailer rather that this has been going on for a while.
Right. Ellie's a teenager, and she talks about it at one point when she comes outside, and we see the streets overgrown and everything's destroyed. She says, that he tells me that it used to be just, everybody out here without a care in the world. She doesn't know a world before this apocalypse end of the world kind of
Right. In my PlayStation 3 notebook here, I have written down, this is our routine day and night. All we do is survive and never lets up. He tells me how these streets were crowded with people just going about their lives. Must have been nice. So yeah, she definitely doesn't know any other life with this.
Now, the life she knows is revealed a little bit in the trailer, this surviving. First off, they fight just a normal dude.
Yeah, that was disturbing, wasn't it? It's like, we know that there's some sort of infected, creatures, infected humans, but the first thing you see is Joel going to town on another guy.
Yeah. Well, he's fighting him. I don't know what going to town means in your neck of the woods, New York, but he's fighting him. He's fighting him. And Ellie brings out a switchblade and comes in and stabs him in the back and stuff like that.
Very casually pulls her blade. The guy actually dies before she even gets into the room. Joel has her, very casually search his body, and she finds bullets.
Yeah.
And she's very excited about that. But then the infected show up.
Tell me about these guys. The newest characters. You see these monster games usually when there's a zombie or a creature that you're fighting. You usually don't expect to see them until the game or way later in the production cycle. Here we are, debut trailer. We get to see these guys up close.
Yeah, I mean, I give it to Naughty Dog. Hats off to them. They got it. They just let it right out of the bag right away. This is what these creatures look like. They have, very, massively mutated heads, suggested by the ant video we saw, which, was about the fungus that infects the ant's brain. So it seems like the similar things going on with these guys.
Yeah, it looked like the fungus was kind of growing out of their heads, right? And it's interesting, too. Like I was saying, you don't usually see the monsters. You usually don't see viral campaigns tied directly into it, right? At least what we think is happening. Of course, when the game teaser came out, they had this weird ant video that was all about these ants breathing in fungus spores, and the fungus is growing out of them and making a new creature.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's other creatures. Maybe they're just showing us, one type of creature. But these guys seem like they moved really quickly, super violent. When one attacks Joel after he cocks his gun, Ellie starts stabbing it in the back. Again, they've done this before, and he shoots his head off. So
before we get out anywhere further, or before you wrap this guy up, you're talking about stabbing, shooting things in the head. Uncharted, usually a teen game, not much blood in it. This trailer probably had more blood than all the Uncharted's combined.
Indeed.
Is this going to be rated M?
Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, everything we've seen suggests a rated M game. And what I'm really most interested in, Greg, is like what kind of game are we looking at here? Obviously, probably a third-person game.
Uh-huh.
Is it going to be co-op? Is it going to be online? Is it going to be single player? What's going to happen? We don't know anything yet.
My prediction, single player.
My prediction is going to be co-op.
Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? We don't know, ladies and gentlemen. But as soon as we do, we'll be right here on IGN.com doing another PlayStation conversation. As the weeks and months and maybe years span by for this game, make sure you're following IGN. You go to IGN.com, then you can follow us on Twitter to hear us just talk and wax on about this thing